Good evening, I'm Heather Armstrong.
And I'm Dustin Lukey. In a letter this week to Crosse School families, the superintendent reiterating that budgetary concerns will force the district to consolidate in some form over the next decade, regardless of the referendum vote next month.
News 19's Colton Emsweiler spoke with the superintendent and school families sharing their frustration.
I've learned that I think that this was very rushed. I think they did this fast. I don't think that the thought went through how this is going to impact entire communities within the city.
That is what some are saying about the Crosse School District's nearly $200 million referendum that would combine Central and Logan High Schools into one. This after a recent letter from Superintendent Dr. Aaron Engel reading in part, quote, "If the referendum fails, we still need to consolidate. This means moving into 2 middle schools in the short term and consolidating into 1 high school and 1 middle school within our existing buildings in 5 to 10 years. That leaving vocal opponents of the referendum outraged."
I read it and felt like we've hit the point of doomsday, that we have to vote for this or all is lost. And honestly, I think there was more reaction from people with the first time that this was made than the second time around. It just felt like this is the only choice.
And while the outcome of the vote is unlikely to impact current high school students, parents feel that the rapid change in facilities can be detrimental on the area's youth as they come of age.
You know, it depends on, first of all, where they live. And it depends on where they are in school. There are some kids that are going to end up almost maybe going to 4 schools in their 4 years. That's a huge thing for kids. They need to be grounded, especially at that age. You know, middle schoolers and high schoolers are going through a lot of changes in life right now, and I think being in a steady place where they know people, I think is probably one of the most important things.
And the district has been open about their need to consolidate, the letter's own author saying that several months of research led them to this decision and that they wanted to further communicate that message.
Yeah, we're facing really significant budget challenges with declining enrollment and a lack of state funding for the last 2 years. It's really put us in a challenging position, and our long-range facility plan indicates that we need to consolidate at all levels, elementary, middle, and high school. Our goal was just to make sure that folks were well informed and that they had access to the resources they need to make a good decision on the referendum in November.
A decision coming just over 30 days from now on the 8th of next month. Reporting from La Crosse, I'm Colton Emsweiler, WXOW News 19.
Now, despite the wording in the letter, Dr. Engel says the district's plan is, quote, tentative as they explore other consolidation options.
He also says that the 2 existing high schools would have the capacity to hold all La Crosse students in grades 6 through 12.
Now, there are still 3 more informational meetings on the referendum, one taking place tomorrow. That's going to be at Lincoln Middle School.
Central will then host a session on October 18th with the final at Logan on the 26th. Now, all of the sessions begin at 6:30 in the evening, and they're open to anyone with questions or concerns.